my talk is, what is your company worth? You know, Facebook paid $16 billion for WhatsApp. They paid $1.6 billion for Snapchat. And all of you have got businesses and you run businesses and you're sitting there going, holy hell, 6 kids in a basement that get $16 billion, and I'm killing myself. What's this thing worth? It's got to be worth a lot because somebody's getting $16 billion. So, given my 30 years of experience, having sold over 100 companies worth over $3 billion in every continent except Antarctica, the next thing we look at is similar transactions. You hire investment bankers like me, and we get access to nice secret databases that have lots of transactions in the market. The problem with similar transactions, it's like average. Anybody seen a family with 2.4 kids? They don't exist. So you have problems when you look at similar transactions because they're averages. So for instance, if I take Signet Jewelers, they bought Zales, they're a big UK jewelry firm. And we look at Tiffany, the wonderful people with the blue box. Signet has revenue of $5 billion, operating income $500 million, and operating margin of 10%. Tiffany has revenue of $4.3 billion, operating income $900 million, and operating margin 21%. So slightly less revenue, a whole lot more profit at the operating level. All right? So that's comparable. Now we're going to compare it and see what we get. Signet has a market cap of $9.9 billion, an enterprise value, which is the shareholder cap plus the long-term debt, of $11 billion, and an EBIT multiple of 21.7. Since these guys are better, you'd think it would be higher. But it's not. They've got a market cap of $11 billion, they got debt, but their multiple's only 13. So where's my similar transactions? The last point I make is perception is reality. If I say football, what comes to your mind? Is it that? Or is it that? For those who don't know, that's Aussie rules football. Or is it that? They're all football. It's your perception. When you're selling your company, the perception of how efficient your company is, of how well it executes in the market, of how well it has all its information, all the other items we have covered, is key to the valuer's perception of the value of the business. Perception is really important. I had a client, well, I went to see him in his factory, and he had his name inside. I won't tell you the name, but it was in huge, large letters inside this huge building, except there were 4 letters missing. And I said, well, why don't you replace it? He said, it costs money. And nobody ever comes here. I said, the buyer will come. If the buyer comes here and he sees those letters missing, he's going to say, if you don't care enough about your name, do you really care about your business? What else is it you don't care about that I need to be worried about? So perception is very important. So now we know the value. What does that mean? We've got the answer. Well, unfortunately not. Value is not equal to price. As Warren Buffett puts it, value is what you get, price is what you pay. If you read many of the quotes by the Oracle of Omaha, he repeats this thing repeatedly. He likes to buy businesses at less than their value. So this is great, except that if you come along and you value your business, and let's just take a hypothetical, the value of your business today, based on all we've gone through is 20 million. And the buyer comes along and says, I will give you 25. This is not the time to be greedy. Bite the man's hand off and take the money, go to the bank and go home. But if the value of your business is 20 and he comes along and says, I'll give you 15, now we have a problem. He's not paying you what your business is worth. Now you can wait for the market to change its position and decide that it is worth that. However, as Keynes, the famous economist, says, markets can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So we have to find another way of dealing with this. And there are many ways you can do this, ESOPs and other structures, but it may not be as safe. And then finally, if there are no questions, in conclusion, plan to keep your business in your family for 10 generations. But run it though we're going to sell it tomorrow. And the reason I say this is I'll give you a story about somebody. While they weren't a businessman, what happened to them, I think, is the ultimate terrible thing that happens to a businessman. And he didn't die. Because as I tell my clients, death is very bad for you, but it's not the worst thing that happens to your business. If you die, life insurance will pay out, your family will grieve and pass on, and they will sell your business, and life will go on. The worst thing that can happen to you is you do a Christopher Reeve. One Saturday you go out and have a horrific accident, and the next thing you're a paraplegic in a hospital bed, cannot move, fighting for your life. Your family is now focused on you. That is the only thing they care about. Will you survive? Your business is legaless, but nobody's paying any attention to it. And while you lie in that hospital trying to recover, your business loses value every day. And you may never be able to sell it. And again, I don't know how big your business is, matter how much money you have, that you do not have enough disability insurance to ride this out. So run your business as though you will sell it tomorrow. And if something horrific happens to you, we can sell it tomorrow.